man is lying dead in a hotel parking lot. His shirt is torn open, his pants have been pulled off and turned inside out, and scattered around his body nearly $4,000. In 3 different currencies: gold, platinum, none of it taken. Whoever did this didn't want his money. They wanted something else. And 3 weeks earlier, this man told his own mother that someone was trying to kill him. She didn't believe him. Nobody did, until it happened exactly the way he said it would. This is the story of Blair Adams, a case the Unsolved Mysteries team once called one of the strangest they'd ever covered. No confirmed motive, no suspect, no answers in almost 30 years. Before any of this, Blair Adams was just a guy from Surrey, British Columbia, 31 years old, a construction worker. The kind of steady, unremarkable life that never makes headlines. He had a job he'd worked for years, a small circle of friends, and a mother who called him regularly, the way mothers do. By every account, nothing about his life suggested danger. Nothing suggested he was the kind of man this could happen to. That's what makes what came next so hard to explain. Then, in the days before his death, something changed. According to his family, Blair started having severe mood swings. He couldn't sleep. When his mother asked what was wrong, all he would say was, "I can't tell you about it." Whatever it was, it terrified him enough to act. On July 5, te agarrei em front cash, along with thousands of dollars in jewelry, gold, and platinum. 2 days later, he showed up at the Canadian-American border. He was turned away. A single man carrying that much unexplained wealth fit the profile of a drug courier. It was the first of many decisions that made no sense to anyone who knew him. The very next day, Blair walked into his job at a construction company in Surrey and quit with no notice. That afternoon, he spent nearly $2,000 on a round-trip plane ticket from Vancouver to Frankfurt, Germany, set to leave the following day. But just hours after buying that ticket, he showed up at a friend's house, shaken, saying he needed to get across the border because somebody was trying to kill him. His friend didn't know how to help him. The next month, July 9, he turned in the plot to Port Renstead, and this time crossed the border successfully, heading for Seattle. Then he abandoned that rental car at the airport and bought a one-way ticket to Washington. DCA ticket that, strangely, cost twice as much as a round-trip fare would have. After landing in Washington, D.C. on July 10th, Blair rented a white sedan and drove to Knoxville, Tennessee, a city where, as far as anyone knows, he had no connections at all. That evening, at 5:30, he pulled into a gas station and told the attendant his rental car wouldn't start. It turned out he simply had the wrong keys. Now stranded, a mechanic drove him to a nearby hotel. The manager there remembered him vividly. Blair walked in and out of the lobby 5 times, visibly nervous, before finally checking into a room. Then he left the hotel on foot. He was never seen alive again. That night, he was also spotted having dinner with an unidentified man at a local restaurant. Investigators later built a composite sketch of that man's face. To this day, no one knows who he was, or whether he had anything to do with what happened. 12 hours later, Blair's body was found in a hotel parking lot, about half a mile from where he'd checked in. He was naked from the waist down. His pants and socks had been pulled off and turned inside out. His shirt was torn open. Scattered around him was nearly $4,000 in Canadian, American, and German currency, along with a fanny pack still full of jewelry, gold, and platinum. Nothing had been taken. Even stranger investigators found the key to his rental car lying near his body, the same key he'd supposedly lost hours earlier at that gas station. The cause of death was a violent blow to the stomach, along with a wound to his forehead, possibly from a club or a crowbar. He had fought back. Locks of his hair had been pulled from his scalp, and he had defensive wounds on his hands. One long strand of hair, believed to belong to his killer, was recovered from his fist. A construction worker nearby said he heard a scream around 3:30 that morning. He was certain it sounded like a woman's voice. Investigators ruled out robbery since nothing was stolen. They looked into drug trafficking and found nothing. They considered whether he'd been with a sex worker and found no evidence of that either. Years later, his mother revealed something she'd never told police before, that Blair had once been in a relationship with a male roommate. It's a detail that opened a new theory, but answered nothing for certain. The DNA from that strand of hair has never matched anyone in any database. Almost 30 years later, Blair Adams' murder remains completely unsolved. To this day, no one has ever been arrested. No motive has ever been confirmed. And the DNA recovered from Blair Adams' hand has never matched a single person. If you have a theory about what really happened in that parking lot, tell us in the comments below. Cases like this get solved when enough people keep asking questions. Subscribe for more unsolved cases like this one, and I'll see you in the next video.